your read aloud of a very colorful book that I really like. And we're going to talk about our community. Aiden, I know, I'll give it back to you to put in your bag when we go for lunch. Okay, just don't take it out of it. Thank you. So the book is called I Got Community. Do you know what a community is? That's a good question, Gemma. What's a community? A place. It is. People communicate with each other.
But what is communicating?
That's when you talk to people. Yeah. So community is somewhere where you live, or somewhere where you work, or somewhere where you go to school maybe. So Penn Alexander is sort of a community that we have, and your neighborhood is a community that you have. And then do you know what a citizen is? Have you ever heard that word before? Thank you for raising your hand. A person. Gemma, what's a citizen? You have more to say? A citizen is a person who lives in a city. Yeah, a citizen is a person who lives in any sort of community. So we are citizens of Philadelphia, our city, and we are citizens of our neighborhood around Penn Alexander, and we're citizens of the whole country.
You're Chinese.
So Sophia, a citizen is someone who lives somewhere. Yeah? And who's part of a community.
She's not. People are funny.
Gemma, can you remind me of what a citizen is?
A citizen.
Well, do you remember what we just said a citizen was? Remember what I said? A person that lives somewhere, like in a city or a country. Someone who's part of a community. So we are all citizens of our community, and we're all important members of that community, right? So we're going to read a book called I Got Community, and I want you to pay careful attention to the different types of people in the book, the different types of citizens, and think about how they're important. Okay? And then afterward, we'll talk about people in our community who are important. Okay? All right, this is called I Got Community.
I got community? That does not make sense.
I got a neighbor, helps me near. Makes pizza pies and calls me dear. Taught me 3 rhymes when I was just 2. Broke a fence slot so I could fit through. Put up a swing at our boundary. Band-aided me when I scraped my knee. I got a sitter, helps me save. Pulls on my gloves so my hands don't chafe. Ties up my hood when the wind acts furious. Answers my asking when I get curious. Turns off the TV, tucks me instead with a calm story into my bed. I got a best friend, helps me loyal. We got a thing no fight can spoil. Stores all my secrets safe away. Knows when to shush and when to play. Sees that I'm never left behind. Studies my face and reads my mind. I got a teacher, helps me caring. Focuses on respect and sharing. Values us individually. Treats us all different but equally. Preparing me for what's in store when I walk through society's door. I got a classmate, helps me smart. Better than me in math and art. Flashes me cards till I get the sums. Shows me some sketching when art class comes. Didn't laugh either when my frog turned out to look like a mongrel dog. Got a custodian, helps me sweeping. Doing a ship-shaped job of keeping footprints of mud off shiny halls. Fingerprints off fresh painted walls. Lunch table slick and shiny bright. Tickling my tummy's appetite. I got a store clerk, calls me honey, helps me with counting change and money, reaches the things that are up on top, gives me a licorice lollipop, sneaks in some extras for just a dime, time. Got a policewoman, helps me lawful, nabs all the criminals tough and awful, along with her cruising job to do. Got a courageous fireman too, even a hose in booted feet, risking his life in smoke and heat. Got a librarian, helps me reading, says words are food for memory feeding, shows me the cozy comfy nooks, lends me some razzling dazzling books, makes my imagination soar, gobbling up tales and begging more. I got some clergy folks help me good, with every thou shalt not and should, preaching about the wrong and right, influencing my prayers at night. With every lesson like an arrow, pointing me toward the straight and narrow. I got community, I belong, right in the neighborhood, thick and strong. My little corner of the nation, trusting these folks of dedication, counting on them like a family, and I'm here to tell them count on me.